Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Weekend Update, February 21st. I see grass all over my front yard for the first time in a few weeks. I am excited. Spring is springing. I don't know if that means if I did that correctly. Although we're hearing some thoughts of weather this Sunday, but that's got to push away. We don't need any more of that. I'm ready for spring to come. Bright sunshine, and let's go. Let's dive into all that. We've had a great week at Samson. Great stuff coming up next week as well. Reminder, we've sent out all those rankings, the full PDFs with all the different counties, all the different things. Love seeing them on social. I love seeing you guys brag on us. Put them in your listing presentations. You all did all that work. So thankful, so proud of all y'all. Let's celebrate that stuff. So good stuff there. We've got an HQ to Zoom we did on Wednesday. I just think it turned out great. Thank you all for participating. Just about 200 people in there most of the day. Justin and Vinny and the crew, they're putting those videos together. We're going to get those out in the next few days and week. So look for those to pop out. Just worth it. They're great classes, great things to dive into. So really excited with that format and how it worked. Hopefully you guys send me some emails. Let me know what you thought of it if you like the HQ to Zoom format. I know that the in-person is always a little bit better, but it was able to serve more people at once, which was great. The next thing I got there, guys, is this was Dick Bridges' class that day. We launched our AI prompts library. It is now on the Nest under the resources tab. Fantastic stuff. I mean, you could build it from scratch. Like, what do you want to do? Gives you great prompts to use with your AI. You're like, what do I say? Richard went through and developed something great. Awesome stuff. And he walks through that in the class that we'll roll out here in the next couple of days. He's going to teach that at HQ to use in person as well. So look for that if we're coming to you. I think Martinsburg next Wednesday. We'll be out there. So if you can drive there, come on out and see us in Martinsburg on Wednesday. Teaching all the classes, but specifically AI prompt library as well. So great stuff. How to use AI in your business. We're going to show you how with this prompt library to make your life easier and better. So love what we're doing there. Let's dive into the weekly stats. 18,246 showings. Fantastic. Up 7% over what we had a year ago at this time. That's what I like to look at. Is there more activity? I mean, week over week, this was kind of flat, but I expect this to really start to grow as we get into spring. But seeing how we compare to year over year, I really like looking at. So 7% more showings, 30% less contracts, which is interesting, I guess. But new listings pretty flat. Active inventory 21%. Out there, which is still more than last year, not as much as it's been. So it's super competitive. I'm still seeing here a lot of multiple offers. If it looks good, price good, it's going. If it's not, it's sitting a little bit. So you got to get it to that right price point, and then all the actions fly into it. We've seen a lot more buyers getting out into the marketplace with those improved interest rates. North Central Virginia, I mean, look at this, up 17% showings over last year the same week. Love that. 12% more contracts, 7% more listings. Love it. 28% more inventory than we had last year at this time. Baltimore Metro, our second biggest region, 11% more showings last year. That's a good number. That's over 1,000 more showings, 1,200 more showings this week than there was last year the same week. So I love that positive momentum into the marketplace. 10% more showings than we had last week as well, which is a big jump. 3% more contracts than last year, 7% less listings. That means it's going to be tighter, guys. We got 11% more people looking at homes, yet 7% less going to the market. What does that mean for competition? It means it's going to be more competitive for that stuff. It's just math. It's just math. Supply and demand, baby. 23% more active listings. This is more, but it's definitely less than it's been most of the last 6 months. Maryland, West Virginia Panhandle, up 8% showings, 12% in contracts, 17% in listings. Love all that stuff. Good stuff. Southern Maryland, up 30% in showings over a year ago, 20% in showings over last week, 4% in contracts, 32% in listings, 31% in active inventory. I love it. This is great stuff. I want I want buyers out there. We want transactions. We've had enough cold months. We've had enough slowness. We've had 3 years in a row of less. Let's have a year of more, right? From your lips to God's ears. So I love it. All right, Lunch and Learns. If you got anybody that wants to learn about Samson, we got tons of opportunities for them. We got Lunch and Learns 2 or 3 every week with our great team. Invite them to a lunch. If they can't get to a lunch, go to joinsamson.com. They can watch a video, or they can set up a one-on-one with me or anybody on our recruiting team. If you just want to introduce them to us by email, we'll do the rest. We'll get someone on our great team to talk to them and hopefully bring them into our family. Remember, you get those recruiting rewards if you bring them to lunch or introduce them to myself, and we'll go from there. Those HQDUs that are going great. We've got Martinsburg next Wednesday. Getting into March, we got National Harbor to start off the month. And then we're going to be back here in Chantilly for an in-person event March 11th. So Martinsburg, National Harbor, Chantilly, next 3 on the schedule. Top performers for last week. Ava Nguyen, great job. Ava Nguyen, number 1 in volume for the company. Adomako-Acheampong, Surya Reddi, Yvette Lawless, and Daniel Hughes rounding out the top 5. Great job to those top 5. Top 5 in transactions for the week. We got Surya Reddi, number 1. Caleb Fowler, number 2. Daniel Hughes, number 3. Holly Wilson out of West Virginia, number 4. And Michele Gibson, number 5. Awesome job to our top 5s for the week. Teams. In volume, Bob Ronna Group, number 1. Shepherd Homes Group, number 2. One Street Company, number 3. Fox Homes Team, number 4. And the Carolyn Young Team, number 5. I mean, that's a power group right there. Similar group, different order. Bob Ronna Group, number 1. Shepherd Homes Group, number 2. Carolyn Young Team, number 3. The One Street Company, number 4. And Fox Homes Team, number 5. Fantastic stuff. Congratulations to our top individual performers and teams for the week. Let's dive into those Cardinal Title trends. Love this. We had 165 contracts that we reviewed in this data. And we see that the tide is shifting. I mean, we look at, up top there, the blue is above list price, white is at, or gray is at list price, black is below. We've seen that black really shrink. That used to be 60, 70, 80% of it. Now it's, in Virginia, it's about a third. A little bit more is higher than list price, 37%. Maryland, very similar, a third, a touch higher or lower than list price. West Virginia, a little bit higher, lower than list price, but still getting close to that third that we're looking for there. Days on market. I mean, what a number there in the middle there. Virginia, 56% of our contracts that we got from Cardinal were on the market for less than 7 days. If that's not a market shift, I don't know what is. Guys, that was 10% just a few weeks ago. So 56% there. Only 18% of West Virginia, 20% Maryland, D.C. Still got a bunch of listings there that we're cleaning out. It looks like, a lot of those contracts came from maybe stuff that was a little bit overpriced before, either got to the right spot or it stayed at that price point, but enough buyers came out to get them a contract. Still, most people getting that appraisal and financing contingency. Home inspection is the one to watch because it's the one that's kind of most important. Interesting that 100% Maryland, D.C. got a home inspection, only 58% in Virginia. So it feels like some of the stats I'm showing, the Virginia markets got a little bit hotter than Maryland, D.C. and West Virginia, at least initially for this early spring period here. Seller subsidy, again, 29% in Virginia, 43% Maryland, D.C., 61% West Virginia got that seller subsidy in there, which is fine. Just shows you kind of where the competitiveness is. Last thing, I love this. 100% of people got paid. I love it when it's 100. 100% of people got a buyer agency commission. 81% of those people got 2.5% or more. So we're still mostly getting all that buyer agency commission in there. 9% of people got the low balls under 2%, but for the most part, everybody's getting that commission in the contract and getting taken care of. We've got a new Samson site for rentals, SamsonRentals.com. It's a great place to send your rentals to. They are doing a background check there. So it's our new system we're moving over to. Tenant Report X is this operating system, but SamsonRentals.com. Encourage you to use that if you've got rental listings. Lots of great tools and resources always for you here. A big proponent of Zillow Showcase. I'm negotiating a deal now. Hopefully before spring market really hits, I'm going to get that down a few more bucks, but I'm working on that right now. So right now it's still $250, but we're working on auto renewal here, getting it down a little bit for you guys going forward. It's funny, I talked to a lot of agents. So this morning I talked to a recruiter from another company, does a ton of business. And he had heard about our Zillow Showcase and he said, Donny, I love Zillow Showcase. He goes, I've gotten at least 4 listing opportunities in the last 2 months because I Zillow Showcase. And people saw my listings on Showcase and they called me like, we see what a good job you did with the other ones. We want to talk. So that was unsolicited, just on the phone talking about coming to Samson. I'll tell you who it is when hopefully I get them to come over. But so another outside, endorsement of Zillow Showcase. Let's dive into our full schedule for next week. We got Sky Slope Real Scout training in Winchester. This is in person with Stephanie. So you can come out and learn both those systems. And I would love for you to dive into that Real Scout. Weekly Boost with Lynn Hamilton virtual class. We got a lunch and learn in McLean on Monday. In Timonium on Monday as well. So we've got McLean and Timonium on Monday. Good stuff. Pre-marketing class at 3 o'clock with Tommy. Tuesday, Bold Trail. We're going to have Will's going to be in Frederick teaching that crew out there. We got a group coaching class with Lisa Fry. After our bull trail, we're doing a Q&A with Kim, 11 to 12, our broker there, so I love that. Get some bull trail training, then do some broker Q&A. Sky slope training in the afternoon on a virtual class. HQDU, we're going to be in Martinsburg all day with our new lineup. Excited to see everybody out there in West Virginia. If you're not out there, we got a lunch and learn in Washington, D.C. at Core Minds. We'd love to have your recruits come to. Lofty class as well on Thursday. The mastermind group this week is that $0 to $2 million group. If you did $0 to $2 million last year, jump into that weekly mastermind led by Dave. We've got our residential contract training on Friday with MVAR. We guess my man Steve Lefebvre in there. And then the Friday popular class, Friday at 11, you got Real Scout class with Stephanie. Dive into all the great tools going on with Real Scout. We just want to, one other thing that's going to go out in your email today is, I hate to pump these awards, but it's not about me, it's about everybody else. So a lot of the real producer groups, and we're trying to get more involved in all of these real producer groups. I know there's Richmond and Baltimore and Chesapeake, and I'm looking to get into all of them, but there's a big award ceremony for the DC, Maryland, and the Nova real producers. Well, we had 9 out of the 11 awards, we had somebody from Samson nominated. There's one award we actually have 4 out of the 5 nominees for social media, content creators. So it's awesome stuff. We're gonna send that out to you with the link, and you can see, so you can, how much more powerful it will be if this awards gala, every award they call out is a different Samson agent. I mean, pretty cool, right? Kristen Brindley actually already reached out. She's like, Donny, I want you to be there, but I might surprise call you up on stage if some of your Samson people win some of these stuff. But how powerful it would be if all of our people get to keep winning this award after award. That's going to be a statement to all those 500 top producers in the room that Samson is in charge. So get out there, vote for all your people out there, and let's run the slate, as Dustin said in our Facebook group last night. Guys, we're just so excited about this year. We're continuing to add great stuff, AI prompt libraries, and all the different things we're loading in. Continue to support us at Samson Cardinal, and we'll continue to make this the best company for realtors that we can. I could not be more excited about 2026. I see the market starting to shift up for everybody, and we're just going to keep this momentum going. So everybody have a great weekend. Let's hope no more snow. I like to keep it spring worthy, and we'll see you next week at Martinsburg HQU and everywhere else all over our footprint. Have a great weekend, and see you next week.